In this short video, we're going to look at how to actually bolt the LatheEngraver onto the standalone platform. The things that you're going to need for this comes from the original LatheEngraver kit, which is the short riser piece. We're going to need one of those. We're going to need 2 angle brackets, but in this case we got to make sure we get the correct angle brackets. These are the ones that come from the original LatheEngraver kit. We're going to want to use those because in the platform kit there's a couple of additional angle brackets, but these are too thick. So you want to make sure that you're grabbing the ones that are thinner in this case. We're going to need some M5x8s in order to secure this to the LatheEngraver Z-axis, and then we're going to need 4 M5x15s. We're going to start by assembling the riser piece. We're going to take one T-nut and put it into the outer channel on either side here, and then we'll bring up our angle brackets here, and using M5x8s we're just going to loosely secure this on either side. All right, we want this to be able to slide. Now make sure you don't slide them out all the way at this point, but we're going to now attach this onto the Z-axis of the LatheEngraver. You'll notice on either side of this Z-axis we have 3 of the roll-in T-nuts here, and these are going to go into each of the positions on these angle brackets that are here. So I'm not going to actually show you the other side here. What I'm just going to do is lift this up, and we're going to slide this over the Z-axis, and now secure this on each side. And again, in this case we can go ahead and tighten these up all the way, but you may want to wait until you have them all in on either side so that you can slide them around a little bit. And then repeat the process on the other side. We can leave this bottom one loose for right now. We're going to use that for our height adjustment later on. Our next step is going to put 4 T-nuts in the outer tracks on the platform itself, and then we're going to bring up our M5x15s, and we're going to secure, using the holes in our base plate right here, we're going to secure this to the platform. And I'm not really worrying at this point about getting everything square, because this is just really just set the height adjustment for that back piece. And we're going to have to lift this up to get these in. And I'm going to tighten these down all the way in this case. And again, you may have to lift up on the back to get these tightened all the way. So in order to set the height on this riser piece, what we're going to do is we want this to be as level as possible. So we're going to use all the weight of the Z-axis to basically place that over this portion of it, and that will keep this as level as possible. So I'm just driving this axis by hand. Make sure you have enough clearance from the headstock portion of this. And I'm just going to make that, essentially make the Z-axis parallel to the platform. So if there was any twist in this, we should be getting rid of any of the twist in the platform. All right. And with that driven right over the platform, what we'll do is adjust this riser. And so to do that, we're put that flush with our table here, and now we can just tighten up these on either side. and we have the appropriate adjustment so that our z-axis is as close to parallel as with the table as we can get in this particular case.